Hello, Living Dead Dolls fans. This is Josh, aka Doggiepants, and I'm coming at you in partnership with Mezco Toys for another Living Dead Dolls review. So today I'm getting back to my series dolls reviews, which I haven't done in a while, and we are all the way up to series 22. But this is a 6 doll series, kind of, which I'll get to in a second, so I want to make sure we jump right in. Now, as I've said in the past, I'll keep doing these series reviews, but I don't have everything for all of the dolls. And I got rid of all of my coffins a long time ago, so I don't have any coffins to show you. But I do have their chipboard, so I'm going to show you the chipboard, okay? I will say that this was part of the 13th anniversary series, which meant that it was 13 years since the guys have been building the dolls. And they had coffins that were special for that series, so it did look pretty unique, the coffins. But this is what the chipboard looked like. So this one is actually for Patience 0. So we had a picture of the doll's face. It was very reminiscent of like Dawn of the Dead, because these are zombie dolls, all of Series 22, which is pretty cool. But we had the bald version of the doll that's on the chipboard there. And then we had some little coffins coming up right there, and then their name and their poem is very kind of epic, and it is definitely a nod to Dawn of the Dead, which is pretty cool. But like always, I'm going to start with my least favorite doll and go to my favorite. Again, Series 22, the zombie series, a great series, so they're all fantastic. But let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with Boom, Menard. Menard or Maynard, however you want to say it. He's okay. He's just never been my favorite doll. He's pretty spooky, I will say. So let's take a look at his outfit. So he has this kind of monk robe going on here. It is 2 separate pieces. And so we've got a hood and we have kind of the robe. Now what's going on with the robe, and I'll kind of give you a 360 view of it. It is one piece. It does Velcro up the back, and you're going to notice all these like dangly bits here up the front, and this material is like a really thin muslin, so it frays incredibly easily and falls apart incredibly easily. I've seen chunks fall off of this doll in the past, so just be careful when you're messing with that. These little bits are sewn along the top of the outfit, okay? Now the material is also a muslin, I think, material. It's very thin. It is pretty dirty looking. It's frayed at the bottom, also frayed around the bottom of the sleeves. The hood is sewn around the edges, so it's a little bit sharper looking. I'll give you kind of a side view of what the hood looks like. It does come to a little point here. It's the same material, but again, sewn around the edges. There's no elastic that brings it around the neck, but it is sewn to be a little bit tighter around the neck. This is also one piece and Velcros up the back. It's got kind of like the new Eggy that we saw, that kind of building where you undo it on the back and then you can kind of pull it off the front. I'm gonna pull, I don't think I can pull his hood down, but yeah, we'll just give you an up close shot of the face. There we go. So this is his face. This face mold is actually the mold that was used originally for the Jason Voorhees doll, which was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. But yeah, so that's where we first got that mold. They reused it for this doll. So we've got a pretty intense bulging white eye right there with a little bit of a red pupil. The other eye is black with a white dot. Now the thing that he's got going for him is this incredible paint job, right? So it's this yellow and brown. And he does have some teeth painted on there with a slightly open mouth. I'm trying to see if that's part of the mold, and I think it might be, but just barely, the teeth there. But yeah, his face is definitely very bumpy, misshapen. So that's kind of what he's got going on for him. This painting does continue on the hands and the neck, but you'll see if you lift this up that they ended the paint just at the hands there. So if you took this robe off, and the feet, if you took this robe off, you would see that he's just kind of a dark-skinned doll, which I like. I wish they would use the skin tone on a Living Dead doll. I'd love to see more Living Dead dolls of color. But yeah, but that's Menard or Maynard, however you say it. Boom. Let's keep moving. Next up, and this one's really tough for me, is Ava, and she is beautiful. So she feels also like a Day of the Dead kind of nod. And let's see what she's got going on. She's got the Mary Jane shoes there, some white socks, and then of course what really makes her special is her pink raincoat. It's made out of a pretty intense plastic. It does have a hood, but you're not going to get this hood up over her head anytime soon. So this plastic doesn't have a lot of give to it, so the hood kind of lays a little funny. You can try to scrunch it down a little bit to display her, but just be aware of that. There are these 4 buttons up the front. They're just decorative. It is a Velcroed front here. And we do have 2 pockets that are actual pockets right there on the front of the coat. They're down on the bottom. They might be kind of hard to see in this video. Now, the coat is extremely blood splattered, and it's blood splattered 360, so it goes all the way around the doll. Now, what some people don't realize about Ava is she has a whole outfit going on underneath this coat. Quite a beautiful outfit, too, if I do say so myself. So this outfit has a couple pieces to it. I think I'm just going to take the coat off so you can really see what's going on. So her dress is really, really cute. We've got this gray dress that's over top of it, and it has an awful lot of elastic around the neck. You can see how I pull it down there, and around the top of the sleeve as well. Right there, you see that kind of scrunching there. So this is a separate piece, and it does Velcro right up the back. And this shirt underneath is a full shirt that kind of, it's underneath this dress, but you can see it goes like all the way down to her stomach. It's not just built in. So they really went all out with this doll, which I appreciated. This shirt is a long sleeve shirt. It's got this cute little flower detail on the sleeve. Love it. And then it does have a collar here, which is extremely blood splattered. Now, something I forgot to show you on Menard, but I'm going to show you on her, is for the set of zombie dolls, since it was part of the 13th anniversary series, we got the 13th anniversary seal, kind of an homage to the silver symbol, on the back of all of the dolls' necks. So just be aware that is there. So again, she has a pretty fantastic paint job. I'll hold that up. Really bloodshot eyes, blue eyes that are looking up. She has that intense gash on her forehead. There's kind of like almost like she's got skid marks all over her face. A little bit of veining and speckling. See that veining right there on her face? And the speckling kind of covers the entire face. Now her hair is in kind of low pigtails going on there, and she does have some bangs that are kind of sideswept. Now this is rooted like a lot of the dolls that have their hair pulled a certain way, so only rooted along the part and then the base of the hair here. Also be aware that she has got a ridiculous amount of gel in her hair, so if you're a person that's not a big fan of the doll gel, you may want to brush some of it out. But yeah, that's Ava. Super, super cute. Look at these tears on this dress. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. But that's her. Let's keep moving. All right, we're flying through these, getting them done. Next up is Roxy. I love Roxy. Very cool doll. Again, nod to old Night of the Living Dead, black and white kind of style. Now, there is an interesting fact that I've noticed, and I've never talked to Damien about it, but I kind of want to ask him if this was a mistake. But when they first released promo shots of these dolls, this armband on Roxy was shown on patient 0 and not on Roxy. And I've always wondered if in the manufacturing of these dolls they made a mistake and put it on the wrong doll, because it would make sense for this armband to be on patient 0 because she is patient 0, so she has a place where she's been bitten, as opposed to Roxy, who doesn't really have any color other than black and white on her except for this bright red bandage. So I've always thought it was a mistake, but I don't know. Who knows? Promo shots originally on patient 0, manufactured suddenly on Roxy. But anyways, let's take a look at her outfit. So we have got Living Dead doll, standard Living Dead doll black shoes. She is wearing socks, just be aware of that, which is nice. We've got these jeans or pants that are a separate piece from the top, and they're made beautifully. They look like actual pants. We've got belt loops there. We've got some back pockets going on. It is Velcroed in the back, so you can take those off if you'd like to. They're really tight fitting. She's super hipstery, which I dig. She's almost got this like French black and white top, which is really nice. A really intense black and white stripe there. Just pretty standard shirt, except for this black bow, and the black is kind of like a felt material right there. And then her black and white top is pretty dirty on the front and on the back. And again, this Velcros up the back. There you're going to see that sulfur symbol on the back of her head as well. Her face paint is actually really beautiful. So she's a screaming doll, but she's got this shadow around her eyes. Again, feels like Series 2. These blue lines, they're almost blue or gray, kind of around the mouth to give it some definition. Really intense eyebrow, and her eyes are almost a little bit closed, but white eyes, so she's very dead. The blue shading does kind of come around on the back of her neck as well. Again, the difference in the promo shop for this doll is that she had hair that was kind of like a bob, like this, but when she arrived, she came with these high pigtails, which I actually prefer the pigtails. That's a little controversial. Some people like the promo shop better. I liked the produced doll better. So we got some bangs here. They are kind of parted in the middle here. There is some gel in her hair. I leave it in because I like the part, but gel usually drives me crazy. It is kind of thinly rooted, but only because, again, they did the rooting where it was right along the part and around the base of the doll because her hair was in pigtails. So the pigtails are not super thick, but it kind of works for her. Love her. Beautiful, simple, gorgeous doll. Roxy. So we're going to keep moving on, which next up is Peggy Goo. I love Peggy Goo. Peggy Goo was the doll that I was the most excited about when the promo shots came out. Her mass-produced version is very cute. The idea of it still, I think, a little bit better than the execution, but I do still love her a lot. She is a roller skating doll. She is a diner gal with roller skates. Love her. The roller skates are black, and then the laces are pink, kind of a dirty pink, as are the wheels. She does have black socks going on with these. She's a green-skinned doll, which I love a green-skinned doll. We've got a really simple black diner outfit going on, and it is all one piece. So we've got these 4 gold buttons on the front. It's kind of like a cotton material, pretty simple cotton. This apron is a separate piece. It's tacked along the bottom of the bodice, but it can be lifted up like that, so you can move it around. Definitely has a lot of dirt and blood staining on the white of the dress, which almost makes it look pink, which I kind of dig. She has this cute little diner hat, which I'm going to show you. It's a really simple little hat, and the way that it's attached, they did this for a while with Living Dead dolls, which I didn't love. It was that clear plastic. We first saw that on Rose and Violet, the Valentine series dolls. She had it as well. It actually holds pretty nicely where it is. It doesn't have any give to it and breaks really easily, so you want to be careful with it. But because her hair is so thick, it kind of stays where it needs to stay. But she's got this intense black, thick hair. Originally, it was kind of meant to do one of these things. It doesn't stay that way very well. It's a little unmanageable, but you can kind of get it where you need to get it. And, she's a zombie. She doesn't need to have perfectly coiffed hair. So she does have some really nice bangs there. But again, it's super thickly rooted, super beautiful. Her face paint, gorgeous. Look at that just crazy gash on her face. I love it. I love it. So this giant gash that goes up to her forehead, kind of a black eye. The other eye is bright blue, and there is some airbrushing around the face. Around her mouth, it looks like she's been eating some brains, maybe, because there's some staining on the bottom of her chin, which I love. And then we do have a little bit of veining, I think. Oh, no, I guess not really. It's more just kind of dirt and shadows on the face. So that is Peggy Goo. She is gorgeous. She's the only doll, too, that comes with an accessory that I wish she could hold, but she can't. It is a platter with a brain on it. Love it. It's almost like she's, going to serve a brain. She can't hold it, but super cute. Love this little accessory. Great doll. Great, great, great doll. All right. So, next up is... And this one was tough because I do love both of these dolls. I'm going to go with Patience Zero. Not Patient Zero, Patient Zero. Some people get a little confused about that. She is a beautiful, beautiful doll and very simple. And Patience actually was not part of the series proper. She was, but she wasn't. It was kind of odd. So if you ordered the set of 5 dolls from like Big Bad Toy Story or from Mezco Toys, you'd get the main 5 dolls. She was a separate doll, almost like an exclusive that was released at the same time, but she was mass produced and mass released. So anywhere that you found Living Dead dolls, you could get her as well, but she just didn't come in the set of 5, if that makes sense. But she is a beautiful, beautiful doll. Now, they did release variants of this set. It was a black and white variant set. In the black and white variant set that you ordered from Mezco Toys, you also got a black and white version of her. So that set came as 6. This was 5 and then 1 exclusive. So there's that. I will say one other thing before I get into talking about her. Sorry. Again, the promo shots of these dolls changed from their final version. A lot, actually. And when we first saw her, the first image of her was shown with a blue kind of hospital gown. What was produced was the gray and the pink. The blue was never actually produced. And I think the blue was meant to be kind of an exclusive, maybe somewhere, I don't know. But it just never came to fruition, which was a bit of a bummer. So here we go. This is the doll. Really simple. We got white socks going on. She's shuffling around the hospital. And then this beautiful, simple, pink, blood-stained gown, right? It's about as simple as you can imagine. And it's built just like a hospital gown. So we got 2 ties in the back that do completely untie. And you can open it up so, you know, her butt's kind of flowing in the wind like those lovely hospital gowns that we see in hospitals. Anyways, yeah, so really, really simple outfit, but it totally works for her. Super cute. Her face paint is incredibly haunting. Look at that. This incredible cut across her forehead and also down between her eyes, down to her cheek there. Really intense black smudging. And she does have some black eyebrows in there. You can't usually tell in the promo shots, but they are there. A blue-eyed, intense black pupil. And of course, she has been eating all kinds of people. Tons of blood around that mouth. Her face is really kind of splotchy and dirty, but really beautiful. Now you can notice as I'm holding this up that her hair is only rooted around the top. And they did that to really give her kind of a thin hair look. A little bit like, not quite as thin, but a little bit like The Lost. So that's kind of what you're looking at. Her hair lays beautifully, though, even though it is intentionally thin. Lays nice, looks gorgeous. Where it is rooted, it's pretty thickly rooted. So she does have really, really nice hair. Again, there's the stamp on the back of her neck. But a really, really simple doll. Great, great doll. There she is. Boom. So that's Patience Zero. Patience and Zero with an X. That means that my favorite doll of the series is, of course, Gloria. Was there ever any doubt? Our Southern Belle Living Dead doll, and she's just the bee's knees. I love her so much. So cute. Look at this gorgeous, ridiculous, absurd dress that she has on. This light blue and pink thing that is utter perfection. Now, it is all one piece, but as you can see, there's lots and lots of layers of tulle. It's a clear tulle, so the blue does kind of come through. It's not blue in color, but it is dirty. It's meant to be dirty. So if you get your doll and you're like, why is it brown in places? It's supposed to be. The stitching at the bottom, around the bottom layer of tulle, does have a little bit of pink going on there. Her shoes are the Miss Erie shoes that we saw. They're blue sandals. So she does have a little bit of elastic around her arms here. So see, they do have a little bit of give around this tulle. And then we've got 2 pink ribbons that go up and over to the shoulders there. And then there is a ribbon that goes around the center of her dress. A little bit of blood going on there in the front of her dress. And then we've got this incredible, cool hat. Now it is a plastic Living Dead Dolls hat. It does have that kind of felting material on the top. We've got a pink ribbon that goes around the top, and then we've got a pink tie that goes around her chin. You can easily untie this, tie it back up if you want to. Be careful though, these are glued to the bottom of this plastic here, and I have seen people pull that off of the plastic. It's pretty easy to glue it right back on, but you don't want to have to do that, so just be aware that that's going on with the hat. Now she, very much like Purdy that we first saw, has her head cut off, right? She's been scalped. No hair on this doll. And she does have the exposed brain, which we love so much. I love her face paint. It's pretty simple and pretty beautiful. Bright blue eyes, smudging around the eyes. A little bit of some red on her nose. She's got some mold growing on the side of her mouth there. And then, of course, we've got blood dripping from that cut off scalp. And that goes all the way around the doll, this blood dripping. Really beautiful. And then, of course, the exposed brain. And if you've never played around with this, you can pull the brain out of these dolls, both Purdy and her. And it's a squeezable little brain. Little plastic thing. Looks pretty fantastic, if I do say so myself. Love it. I wish that hole was plugged at the top of her head. But, I mean, I'm always going to display her with the brain in there, so it's not that big of a deal. But just be aware that that is there. I'm going to put that brain back in. Now, she is kind of hard for me to display with the hat on, so I usually leave the hat off and display her just with the exposed brain. And it works. It's adorable, and I love it. But that's it. That is Series 22, you guys. Flying through it. I tried to keep this short, still 21 minutes, but what can you do? All right, I'm going to pull all these dolls up here. I'll leave Ava's coat off because that's just too hard to get back on. So here we go. Here's those three. Let's see if I can get Patience to stand up. Come on, lady, you can do it. All right. Look at that, not too bad. Hey, oh, there we are. That's Series 22, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I'm trying to think what I have coming up. I don't think we have anything on the immediate horizon. I know another Living Dead Dolls Resurrection doll is supposed to be out. Damien originally said August, but I think we're probably, well, we're past August now. So hopefully we'll see that pretty soon. My guess is maybe they're kind of putting it a little bit closer to New York Comic Con. Who knows? But yeah, so that's what we got going on there. And then I'm going to keep doing my series dolls. I think I only have a couple more to go. We've got the tea set, and then we've got like series 24. I think 25 I've already done. So I think only 2 more to go, and then we will have gotten all of the series dolls done. But yeah, but that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye. 22 miles until we